Alrighty folks, welcome back to another episode of my Roman Empire playthrough where we're going for the One Faith. So I've been looking at things in between episodes, guys, and a few things have occurred to me. Currently, we are just over our level of overextension, 100% overextension. Where is this province? Yeah, it's that one. Okay. I had an idea, guys. I've been looking for good locations to drop utilize our Diplo slots, even though we're, over our Diplo relations. I plan to do exactly that. And I had an idea here that, now this is slightly inefficient in terms of cost, but that's okay, we're doing fine with our admin. I can release Norway, and that's going to actually put us under 100%. Nice. Now, he is Catholic because the majority of his country is Catholic, and we're going to go ahead and enforce on him. We now generated some missionaries, so hoping he has religious ideas, which he doesn't. But hopefully he can convert some of his low development provinces either way. Oh. Oops, well I cancelled that. That's apparently not Norwegian core. Now, we're under 100% overextension, so that's good. That resolves that issue. And that alliance between the Swedes and the Poles is no longer around, but the Swedes are the defender of the Catholic faith. So, if we look at his war score cost here, he's actually fully annexable if we use the reduced cost from imperialism. 75% cost, which means he would have to be over 125%. So my thought process is we can give all of this land to Norway after fully annexing him, and Norway will still not be overextended. So therefore, if we needed to, we could hand off even more provinces to him. So that's going to allow us to take out the Swedes in one nice decisive war. So I'm glad I did that. That was a good cheeky move there. Now, we last left off, I had taken a big chunk of India here, guys, and I was looking to attack the Timurids right now in order to undermine the Russian guarantee. But the problem is that it's going to call us in against this Indian nation, and that's going to prevent us from coring up some of this land. Not ideal, and I decided now that Russia is our ally. I was hoping that we could call him in for land, to promise him land somewhere, but as it happens, he no longer desires anybody's provinces apart from Ming. So that's really, really awkward. And unfortunately, I feel like my hand is forced. He's also guaranteeing the Poles. The Poles are also fully annexable. So I think what I'm going to do is we are going to end up fighting one war against the Russians via this war. And I'm going to separate peace Russia for any provinces within the Beijing trading region. Yep. But I don't see a way around it, guys. So we're just going to go ahead and declare this war, which is going to prevent us from coring up some of our land. Feels bad, man. Feels bad, man. Now, we also released Newfoundland last episode. So the sooner we can get out of this war, the better. Let's focus our efforts here. Where is his capital city? Oh, it's unfortified. The dream. That's the dream. Cool. We should be able to get out to peace here fairly quickly, I would say. Let's focus on that as we are overextended. Yeah, so I think this rebel faction is going to be successful in Newfoundland and separate. Unfortunately, prestige is quite high, eh? Let's spend some of that. Ming is probably the smartest guy to appease. Yeah, we released Newfoundland in an effort to actually take the provinces, some of which we handed off to him. So mistakes were made, unfortunately, but that's just how it goes sometimes. I have made mistakes this game, and right now I think our best place to utilize our missionaries is here in Spanish Colombia. Okay, so I'm looking around quickly. Are there any nationalists? It doesn't look like. No separatists in Ming. So let's focus our efforts on this war. Quickly look at their technology. They're actually the same tech as us, which is not ideal. I can finally convert this province. Ulsberg, I'm going to do it because it's 37 development, and I don't think that he will ever do it himself. By the looks of things, he's not really going to do it himself, period. But in hoping that he will, Canada was formed. Okay, that's Newfoundland. Alright, as long as you're Orthodox, guys. Yep. Cool. Interesting stuff. Now, I do, of course, have an alliance with Russia. I am going to stay allied to him, as we can take his land by being involved in war with him via Poland. I don't think there's a huge issue with the fact we're allied to him, but with that being said, if I am allied to him, I may find that I can call him into some war and then negate some of the issues. But it seems inevitable, unfortunately, that we will have to involve ourselves in a war with him at some point. It's a shame. Now, I also want to go to war against Japan. He's going to take at least 2 wars, but the problem is that we're coring up a lot of Jampura land, which is his ally. So we've still got a lot to do, guys, and our truce in the New World will be coming up as well eventually. This navy should be mobilized. The troops as well, but I'm looking to utilize this navy to blockade. Yeah, Ming's relations are max. Let's pull back that emissary and let's grab a royal marriage with Norway. So yeah, again, a lot of people are speculating that it's going to come down to missionary strength and converting speed, and it's pretty stressful, guys, for me. I really hope we can get there. I'm definitely going to be looking at doing some truce breaks here soon. Not right now, but soon we're going to be doing truce breaks. We are doing fine on our admin. Somewhere here there's farmlands. Let's try to prevent ourselves from suffering attrition if possible. Don't care about events right now. Someone said in the comments that I do have a truce. Oh, I do. That's weird. Wow, look at that. Russia's guaranteeing Canada as well. Well, I know when to go in against Canada then. And that's when we are at war with Russia. Shoot, it just occurred to me that if these spawn, you know, Canada's not going to be able to convert them. So I might have been far from optimal in my decisions of late, which is not ideal. I'm also trying to sip on some tea, guys, so forgive me for that if you can hear it. Okay, let's get out. That was pretty quick. Now we're hoping, of course, to... I want to take everything that the Timurids have bordering the Russians, first off. See if we can pull that off. Because I don't think we can fully annex them this war. That should be it, right? Now, that's hardly any overextension. Let's make sure we're joined up for access purposes. And yeah, that's all. That's the priority provinces. So let's see how much overextension they give us. It's going to be close. Oh. Why can't I take that one? Occupied by another war. I mean, I feel like if I would stop lagging, we have time, right? I feel like we have time to annex him again, so I'll take the forts. We have time for our truce to come up, and we have time to kill him again. That's what I'm trying to say, if I can bloody well speak properly. So I don't see the harm in not fully annexing him right here. It's going to be okay. It's going to be just fine. So 91, that's 10 years, dude. And Mexico is not fully annexable, are they? No, just not. Damn it. There's going to be a truce break there, I'm quite sure. This is pretty crazy, guys. We've got 40 years remaining. So this comes up, the Swedish, in two years. And, yep, looking forward to that one. Big time. That's going to be quite productive. We can fully annex Sweden. I've got to make sure that I don't clean up his rebels by mistake. That's quite important. There's actually not all that many provinces out here in Spanish Colombia, as it's quite a big nation geographically. Okay, you guys are a bit of a problem, but they're not progressing well at all. Now Ming, perhaps, will... I think he's starting to cause some of these up and no longer be overextended, which is interesting. I'll see if I can hand off that province once we're at peace. Hopefully I can, but perhaps I can't, which would be awkward. But it is what it is, if that's the case. I could be force marching here. I probably should be, damn it. Because our core's about to finish up. Let's go, lads. Begin these forts. I'm going to be spending military points to try to move these forts along. And yeah, he's got 3 forts, so there's a priority that I take those. Okay, didn't we have a 4 siege general? There we go. Dude, I'm not using my missionaries. Come on, monk. We must use them all as efficiently as we can. The fact that he's converting a lot of them to Castilian is preventing me from converting some of them, so that's a bit of an issue. Okay, I would already like to be at peace, quite frankly. But now that we've caught that up, yeah, I think the war should begin against Japan, right? I think so. But that's also going to put me at war against Jaipur. It's got one ally. If I make him co-belligerent, we can fully annex him. I could also fully annex him via the Japanese peace out and take some of Japan and leave Japan fully annexable. I think that might be the way to go. Am I being too precious with our Diplo points? I think we're fine to actually fully annex him from his own war. If you guys are feeling me. If you're comprehending what I'm saying. I think we're going to separate peace and fully annex Jaipur. Which means I should make him co-belligerent. Which means we're going to be at war with this nation. Who we've got a long truce with. Which means I can fully annex him as well. So it's going to cost a lot of Diplo points. But I think that's what they're there for at this stage of the game, aren't they, guys? We're going to declare on Japan and make this nation... Except we got to truce him, so I can't make him co-belligerent, can I? God dang it. Alright. Yeah, I think we'll... The first plan is how we're going to deal with that then in that case. I think what's going to happen... Let's just quickly make sure we caught everything up. Yep. What's going to happen is... These low-level forts are beautiful. It's going to allow us to piece them out quite quickly. We're going to be fighting a long war against Japan, and we're going to separate... No, we're not going to separate peace them, excuse me. Oh, nice. These forts are low as well. The dream. Good stuff. Yeah, so what I'm thinking is that we peace out Japan for this entire nation and then as much as we can from him. That's what I'm thinking. From Japan himself. Okay, so rip military points. Alright. Good speed sieging down these forts. And what about the Japan Navy? Okay, it's not very scary, only 6 heavies. Our Navy is probably quite a bad, poor tech level, you know? Meaning that I do have to be concerned about his Navy. But I feel like we're just going to be fine, hopefully. About to find out. Oh, I should have checked where those dudes were. Now, he's got a large amount of troops. This one stack we're sending in is quite vulnerable. Same tech level, yeah. Yep. I need other troops to make it up here ASAP. Hopefully this area is stable. We got a lot going on. Okay, so those Indians there. Have spawned. Now, are all of our missionaries being productive? There was a time when they weren't working. That seems like it, eh? Yeah, they're all being productive as far as I can tell. They are all progressing. Oh wow, I've got to wait till next month. Our poor military points are certainly running low. It doesn't help, of course, that we're over our general capacity, but I feel like they're needed. Those generals. Shoot, this guy converted that. Oh man. Oh, that is so sketchy. Okay, 1811. We can convert it before the end of the game. I feel like blocking the Russians out, guys. Even though the Russians don't appear to desire these provinces, I feel like blocking them out. Because the fact that Japan is able to, like... Okay, we're going to have to massively overextend. It's become apparent here. I know that we're going to, in our peace offer with Japan, we're going to overextend. Because, unless I can fully annex this guy this way, which I don't think I can. No. Yep. We're going to do one massive overextension with our Japan war, guys, because combined, they just have too much land for us to... They just have too much land. Way over 100% overextension. Now, I don't want to be doing 3 wars against Japan. The only other alternative is that we're willing to do another war with Jampura, which I'm not really willing to do. I feel like overextension is okay at this point. We'll just fight the rebels. This guy is really out here on his lonesome though. He needs backup. So let's go pick up this stack. And this needs to hurry up. Okay, now Japan has a low fort level. So we're not going to be doing what we just did there. Trying to break through those artillery barrages is what I'm talking about. Oh man, I got a lot on my mind, guys, and I'm tired. My commentary is really on point today. I can tell. Lol. We're going to need to fully occupy this nation in order to peace them out with all of the provinces that we desire. Yeah, so I'm beginning to stress, guys. So far, any modifier that I've seen like this, we can manage. But as time ticks on here, if nations begin to convert provinces, then those provinces are going to have a modifier shortly to where they cannot be converted until, you know, after the game ends, essentially, which is unacceptable. So we really need to move this game along to really destroy independent nations that remain, to prevent them from fighting amongst themselves. It's going to be quite important. Alright, these two need to be quite well together. They need to be consolidated because that Japanese stack will crush an individual one of them. And I need a fort in multiple regions in order to be able to piece them out. Rebels all day, every day. That should be able to handle that. Stack. Doing well on the Timurids forts. Surprisingly, this rebel stack is not defecting. He appeared to want to defect fairly soon. When that was under my control. Oh, I forgot all about our colonists. Okay. That's dumb, Monk. That's dumb. Okay, we haven't been that inefficient with time. So. Wait, what? These areas are not, just like these areas, are permanently unsettleable. I really don't get that, guys. It's too remote and cannot be settled. I mean, it's not a religion, right? No religion. But I just don't know why. That would be really awkward in a game where I wanted the Philippines, right? Really? It's too remote and cannot be settled. Well, I think that's actually a good thing, but it's a bit awkward. When I finally look at the One Faith, guys, we're going to have these little sort of stains on our territory. But there we go. Definitely give me some of your comments and feedback, guys, in regarding that subject. Because it's a little bit worrisome. Sorry, excuse me, it's a little bit worryful. Guys, I'm a little bit worryful that I'm not going to get the One Faith. That's a problem. In fact, that's a problem, period. That big stack, I'm scared of him. Let's consolidate. Yeah, we got some Nepalese rebels. That's awkward. Well, plot twist. Trying to utilize Newfoundland was a big mistake. Oh well. We're going to attack him, and we can sort out all of our issues once our truce with him is up. Any issues that we have at that stage. Okay, so this guy's about to be fully sieged up. But he's conquering that back quite quickly. Should not be that much of an issue though. So I think actually the Japanese are going to be pieced out before the Timurids. By the looks of things. Because these low-level forts, they really drop quite easily. He's got low enthusiasm. Alright, let's have a look here. We're going to need more war score, I know that. So, my biggest concern, guys, is that he has to be under 100%. Here. So I think it's smart to take anything that the Russians could take and then like lose to rebels or anything like that. Let's do that. And the same here. So we'll come down from the north. Now, he needs to be under 100% so that we can fully annex him. So around this range. Okay, and that costs too much. Well, in that case, we're going to be fighting a second war against Jampur. But the good news is that gives us something to core up in the meantime. Spending our Diplo quite aggressively. How's Ming doing? He's definitely coring up some of that land, there's no doubt about that. God dang it, I'm so tilted about this Canada situation. Can you get a life, Canada? How dare you? How dare you exist? Have some respect, I say. You were my subject once upon a time. Alrighty, one of these forts has fallen. Let's just generally siege up the Timurids. We're not going for the full annexation, so we don't... Hang on, we don't have his capital city, never mind. Oh no, one of our military leaders died. That's horrible. I need them. I guess let's look at the bright side. We're not losing one military per month any longer. There we go. This dude's on the map. What? Okay. He was guaranteed like instantly. That's gonna draw us into a war against Canada. Okay. Here we go, guys. Third war. So, I'm wondering how difficult it's gonna be to take everything that we design here. I need to sort out this situation out there as well, guys. Even though he may be able to do it by some method. The sad thing is we basically owned this stuff, but there we go. Yeah, see, that's what I was worried about. It takes 71 war score and a ton of Diplo points, but it's just got to be done, right? It just has to be done. So, I'm wondering about over here. He's got one high-level fort, and the 13 colonies. Can we appease you? So that you can fight Canada for us, please? Now, where's Canada's capital city? Out there. Okay, let's force march to his capital city. Now, I can see he's got a stack of 51, which is a little bit sketchy. But if we can just rush out there, we should be able to take that fort level 1 fairly easily, I would say. It is his war goal. Yeah, it's so sad. We're going to need so much war score to piece that guy out, man. Feels bad, man. Feels really, really bad. Now, if we look at Japan, I'm wondering about my overextension now. Because we should be able to take this stuff fairly quickly, I would say. We can do 54 overextension. Oh, unfortunately, we are going to have to overextend. That's alright. It's just what's got to be done. Yep. Let's continue on, head up his capital, take this fort here, and should be done with the Japanese war here shortly. About to take the Timuridian capital, Samarkand, which is worth a lot for this war, I'm sure. So what's going on? Is Canada getting smothered? Looks like there's a lot of powerful troops there, so in the long run we're going to be fine. Oh, it just occurred to me. we could piece this guy out for these provinces, and that would not cost us diplo points. So that's definitely the smarter thing to do. I would need that fort, and I need to own everything in order to click on them. So we will work on that. Yes, it does not cost us diplo points, thanks to our Imperialism CB. So that's how it's going to have to be. Alrighty, so let's have a look here at this war. I want to take both of those forts. And is that it? That fort? Yes, those are his forts. Now I want to prevent him from being guaranteed. I'm looking for the minimal amount that I want to take here, guys. So he's not bordering Russia. And I'm trying to do that. There we go, while not being overextended. And that's going to allow us to fully annex him. Next time. So I'm not overextended, right? No, perfect. Now hoping that the Russians cancel their guarantee as they no longer border the Timurids. And we should have plenty of time for our troops to come up. And then we'll go ahead and fully annex the Timurids later on in the game. So yeah, that's actually going to constitute an episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Naturally, we're waiting on this overextension, and we've got wars involved in, so I plan to take a big chunk of Japan and everything here from Canada that is not orthodox. In other words, everything but these few provinces around here. Next episode, and then we're going to be yeah, that's pretty much that issue sorted out, right? So the only issue remaining is going to be the fact that, well, we're going to go in for a full annexation of Poland, and that's going to involve us in a war with Russia, and from that war I want to take what we need to take from the Russians. But yeah, I think we're doing fairly well, eh? I think we're doing fairly well. I'm really looking forward to fully annexing Sweden as well. Truce comes up this year. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.